Why do I do that? Because it's called the total knee replacement. At least in Canada, we have 3 articulations to the human knee, and there's no evidence that metal articulating against cartilage or bone has been successful in the end of the joint. So why would you want to do a subtotal total knee replacement? I don't understand that. So why not resurface? What's the reason people don't want it? They think it's not necessary because of patellar-friendly implants that we have today. There's a potential for harm and complications. I'll address that later. It takes time, and if you're doing a cementless knee, the last thing you want to do is then do the patella or have to cement the patella, and I think people don't like that. You can't use the computer. You have to use your hands. And last but not least, the most important reason, you get paid the same amount whether you do the resurfacing of the patella or not, and that's the same in Canada, and that's the reason I think it's fallen off out of disfavor. Evidence, can't have time to do too much. There's very little in terms of RCTs. I won't even touch on that, but let's look quickly at registry data. We're looking at the meta-analysis. Sorry. This is the best one. Basically, it looked at all the studies, and you can see right there, it says they're level 1 evidence supporting patellar resurfacing as decreasing the rate of reoperation and also a residual pain following surgery. The Australian registry, which is by far the best registry, we've now got 23-year data showing clearly if you do not resurface the patella, you have much higher, a significantly higher reoperation rate. So there's no question, it's a no-brainer. And look what's happened in Australia. They've responded to that now where 80% of the knees are basically resurfaced. Unfortunately, I can't get my younger partners to read this data because they still don't resurface. So let's review the evidence. We've got no study whatsoever showing superiority of not resurfacing the patella. In fact, most of them show inferiority. We have every single registry in the world showing a higher rate of reoperation than the non-resurface. There's clear evidence the patella will degrade over time, and I didn't have time to get into that. And last but not least, if you do a late resurfacing, they really don't do very well. So there's another reason I continue to resurface the patella. It's probably the most important one, is this guy here. Where is Steve? Sitting back there.